Thank you. I'm really pleased to introduce our next speaker. He has been a great friend to New Hampshire Republican Party. He has been a great friend to me, a strong conservative. He's been serving in the U.S. House of Representatives since 2003, representing Iowa's 4th District. And he knows, as better than almost anybody else out there, how important it is for us to preserve that first-in-the-nation cutout process that we have so that the candidates can come into some of these smaller states and be heard and be seen and have the chance to get their message out there regardless of what their bank account or their name ID might be. They do it in the caucus process in Iowa, and then, of course, it comes here for our primary. Please give a warm Granite State welcome to Representative Steve King.
Well, thank you very much. I just really appreciate the chance to be here and in the first-in-the-nation primary for the President of the United States, coming from the state where we have the first-in-the-nation caucus, planning on being in South Carolina next month, where they are going to wrap up maybe the work that we will do in Iowa and in New Hampshire. I just want to let you know how important this is, that we get this right. Our values are right. When I come from Iowa and go to New Hampshire, I meet people that think like my neighbors. And you love this country, you understand the principles of constitutional conservatism. The thing I forgot to tell you about me is this, and Jennifer didn't put it into the introduction, and that is, yes, I serve in the United States Congress, and I do my job there as I see fit and the best as I know how. And when you see people that come into New Hampshire and start rumors, and they go to South Carolina and Iowa and they start rumors, I think I'm actually the only member of the United States Congress that can go to Iowa and New Hampshire and South Carolina all in the same week and not start any rumors. And in the process of doing that, my Long Island friend, in the process of doing that, I also have the privilege to meet the people that are stepping forward. And we need to respect them. We need to invite them into our homes and plan our events and do these kind of things. 2 days of this kind of thing here, and then a follow-up on Sunday as well. But the early states set the tone. And what will happen is, in Iowa, where we're all politics all the time, just like it's all politics all the time in New Hampshire, we will punch 1 or 2 tickets for New Hampshire. You will look at that recommendation from Iowa, and you'll punch maybe only 1 ticket for South Carolina, possibly 2. If Iowa and New Hampshire concur on who we think that nominee ought to be a year from this coming January and early February, if we concur on that, just a year from now, if we concur on that and South Carolina punches that same ticket, if Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina agree, we're very likely to have ourselves a nominee. And one of the most important things we can do is get our values into the Oval Office. And as I watch these presidential candidates, I can tell you that they can see themselves standing behind the podium with the Great Seal of the United States as president. They haven't selected their platform yet. They know what they believe, but they don't all know what you believe and what you will get behind. And so as they give speeches to groups like this and they see how it resonates, they start selecting things out of that for their platform. We help select the planks for the platform for the next president of the United States. We shape them, we hone them, and we give the next president, the tools to get elected. So here's a couple suggestions for full spectrum constitutional conservatism, and I hope are in there. One is a plan to defeat the ideology of radical Islam globally. We can't be thinking that this is going to be a perpetual police action and a law enforcement. They hate us. They're at war with us. We've defeated ideologies before. And within a half a century, in the previous century, we defeated Nazism, Japanese imperialism, and the communism of the Soviet Union. We can do this again. And I ask our presidential candidates, shape that out. Second thing, transformative tax reform, the kind that actually stimulates our economy and reaches into those 93 million Americans of working age who are not in the workforce because we have 80 different means-tested welfare systems out there, essentially bribing them not to work. Third thing, the will to balance the budget in the United States government doesn't exist in the Congress today, and I don't know how we get that will to do so as entitlements grow and discretionary spending shrinks and the will to balance the budget also shrinks. We need a balanced budget amendment to the United States Constitution. If we send that out of Congress to the states, you'll ratify that here in New Hampshire, and we'll do so in Iowa, and they'll do so in South Carolina. the 38 states, and then we'll be back to fiscal responsibility again. But here's where this presidential race really is about. It's about the soul of America. It's about who we are as a people. It's about what we believe in. Do we believe in these constitutional principles? Are we the unchallenged greatest nation in the world? Can our children identify what has brought that about? Can they list the pillars of American exceptionalism? Can they get up every day and do their part to restore those pillars of American exceptionalism? Who will speak to our soul? Who will look in our eye here in New Hampshire and in Iowa and around this country? Who can look into the eye of the camera as President of the United States in the Oval Office as Ronald Reagan did and speak to our soul? Who will come out of this lineup of excellent candidates we have that will be used to be the individual who restores the soul of America? That's our challenge that's in front of us. This is about the Constitution, the rule of law, but it's more so about restoring the soul of America, who we are as a people. And I hope that between Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and beyond, as they go through this gauntlet of the nomination process, we're able to identify that individual and help put the strength of our own convictions into him so that he arrives at the Oval Office ready to do those things that takes America to the next level of our destiny. God bless you here in New Hampshire. Appreciate the hospitality. You're a great bunch of people. Thank you very much.